Windmills all over Europe. There are windmills all over the place, and they are losers. One thing I've noticed is that the more windmills a country has, the more money that country loses and the worse that country is doing. China makes almost all of the windmills, and yet I haven't been able to find any wind farms in China. Did you ever think of that? It's a good way of looking at it. They're smart. China's very smart. They make them, they sell them for a fortune. They sell them to the stupid people that buy them, but they don't use them themselves.
Yep.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Go See Gail. Okay, so Trump went to Davos, and that's a wealthy ski town in the Swiss Alps. And a bunch of countries come together and they talk about climate change and tech and power. They make alliances. Trump is kind of against a lot of this stuff. So he went there and just gave them all a big fat American spanking. And it's hilarious. And the greatest people to cover this type of story are the goofballs on Gutfeld. So that's going to come up a little bit later, but we're going to start with some jokes just to get the ball rolling, and let's have some fun.
The inventor of the suicide pod just revealed a new feature that will allow couples to die simultaneously, causing one man to say, "If I'm not there in 5 minutes, start without me, honey." You could see him doing that. New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani joined The View on Tuesday. I know. Turns out Muslims have no problem talking to pork. Never fails. Jennifer Lopez was spotted handing cash to a homeless man on Tuesday. Then he tried to take shelter under her app.
That's a really good joke. The thing is, the girls on the View they're not fat. There's just a very great dislike for a lot of their views on that show. It's a cheap shot, but hilarious. All right, let's move on.
So Trump went to Davos and dropped a steaming hot pile of America First all over its face. But right out of the gate, Trump made it clear he didn't come to Davos to be part of Davos. He went so Davos could be part of him. He spanked him so hard, I thought the head of NATO was going to call Child Protective Services on him. Yeah. Well, what a difference. Most American presidents show up at that thing like exchange students, desperate to fit in. And Trump blows in like an orange tornado at a trailer park.
To address so many respected business leaders, so many friends, few enemies, and all of the distinguished guests. It's a who's who, I will say that.
Yep, Trump looks at the room and everybody there instantly understands they're about to get something new. The simple, unvarnished truth.
Love that.
I wonder if under Biden, were we plucked like a chicken?
Our country is being plucked like you pluck a chicken. Our country was being plucked, and it wasn't good. And, you can only take so much of it. And we've changed it around very quickly.
Yeah, Trump was there as America personified. He skipped the small talk, went right to reality, pivoting to Greenland, the Arctic, Russia, China, shipping lanes, security, because that's how adults talk. And while they were nervously laughing, he walked out with a swag bag that included a chunk of land bigger than California. So while everyone else was there to preserve the status quo, Trump was there to torch it. But then came this stellar moment. Trump insults their religion, windmills.
Windmills all over Europe. There are windmills all over the place, and they are losers. One thing I've noticed is that the more windmills a country has, the more money that country loses and the worse that country is doing. China makes almost all of the windmills, and yet I haven't been able to find any wind farms in China. Did you ever think of that? It's a good way of looking at it. They're smart. China's very smart. They make them, they sell them for a fortune. They sell them to the stupid people that buy them, but they don't use them themselves.
Yep.
Love it.
Trump mocked the entire green energy priesthood by pointing out that China makes the windmills, sells them for a fortune, and somehow doesn't seem to clutter its own landscape with them. And the crowd laughs awkwardly because they know it's true and don't have the balls to say it. No wonder when Trump walks into a room, everybody's sphincters clench. Because this pit bull gives no and those poodles in the room realize this guy isn't the idiot the American left says he is. Even more, he doesn't care if you don't like him. He only cares that you respect his one and only client, America. Trump doesn't charm you with consensus. He corners you with reality and then asks whether you like the pain now or later. Because he knows Europe is a continent that's been propped up by American generosity, and it's finally being asked to pitch in. Our military spending let them have a welfare state for 80 years, and all we got in return was soccer, Benny Hill, and chicks with armpit hair. That's the real reason Trump succeeds. He told them this is about America first and our ability to save their asses. As Trump said at Davos, you'd all be speaking German if it weren't for us, which really pissed off the French once they had it translated into Arabic. And Trump walked in and reminded them that they're not superior or not even our equal. He didn't go there to apologize or to blend in or to be lectured. He went there to say 2 words, "You're welcome," and then added 3 more, "Now pay up."
Yeah. Period. I really love what Trump did in Davos, and this panelist, Erin McGuire, she really brings it on home how he really stands up for us. And Tyrus further, kitty cat, Tyrus further brings it on home as well.
Trump is like the embodiment. It's like America walked into that room and slapped them across the face with Florida.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Sure, Florida was a choice, yeah. I mean, he did. He walked in and just owned the place.
Yeah.
And it was American dominance. It was Donald Trump walking in and saying, I'm not here about me, I'm here about my country, and I'm unapologetic that you guys have been freeloading, that you guys are making terrible decisions, that you're indoctrinating your own people, that we need to stop spending money on stupid things, and that, you know what? America's going to lead the world again. And you know what? You all better get in line because we're not going to back down from this fight. I absolutely loved it. The guy's making jokes, having a great time. I love when he throws an enemies line out there. I remember his tweet from Thanksgiving a few years ago that was like, "Happy Thanksgiving to everybody except my enemies." Like, he loves this kind of stuff. And he was absolutely great in Davos. I'm all for it. USA first.
There you go. Isn't it nice to have a president who doesn't give a shit about?
No, it's just nice to see a man back.
Yeah.
The boss is back.
Yeah.
That's what this was. They had 4 years where they could do whatever they want and run their little mealy-mouthed liberal programs in Europe. America sucked. America was the problem. White man was the problem. And then the biggest white man in the history of white man showed up to say, hey, the babysitter's gone. Daddy's back. First thing we're going to do is you guys. And here's the thing. He tells it like it is, not like they want it to be. Yeah. So before, when they had the little things, everybody kissed everybody's ass and thanks for being here in this historic meeting and blah, blah, blah. He walked in like, we ain't friends. Okay? Okay? And here's the thing. There's nothing you can do about it. Because when they made the little threats, really, who in the hell is afraid of a threat from France? If you don't do what we wanted you to do, we're going to tell them, England.
Okay, so to make everything all the more weird about this Davos meeting was my governor, unfortunately, Gavin Newsom. He went to Davos and he went against our country. Even though you don't like the president, you don't go against the president when you're meeting with other countries. You have to keep all of your anger and hostility at home. Once you're abroad, then you have to lock that stuff up, and that's what they're going to talk about in this final piece of Gutfeld.
Gavin Newsom's Davos cuck chair. I can't believe I'm saying cuck. So, Aaron, Davos, Gavin Newsom was relegated to the back of the room behind true heavyweights like White House Chief of Staff Susie Wiles, Scott Bessent, Marco Rubio. They call it the proverbial cuck chair, where beta husbands sit in the corner of the bedroom and watch their wife be intimate with another gentleman. I myself have never heard of a cuck chair. You know, I have a fainting couch.
Oh, wow.
But I don't have a cuck chair. Was this just a big loss for Gavin going there and looking stupid?
Well, yeah, it wouldn't be Gavin Newsom if he didn't look stupid doing whatever he's doing. It's kind of his trademark. I will say, Trump went to Davos for America. Gavin went to Davos to audition for president. And what did he get? Not invited to the party.
Yep.
And Stephen A. Smith went on a rant on his show about this that I thought was right. Gavin went there to talk poorly about the United States, to talk poorly about our leader, to talk poorly about the direction of our country. And Stephen A. Smith, and this used to be true, that politics ends at the water's edge. When the president is abroad, we don't talk poorly about our country because he's representing our country. And I think Stephen's point was right on this, right? We don't take our dirty laundry out of the house to air it for everybody. We keep our crazy at home. Let's argue here in the United States. And when we go abroad, it's America first. But Gavin Newsom doesn't see it that way because he's so full of himself. And a man like that, that's exactly why he ends up in the cuck chair in the back of the room and not on the stage.
And you know, Emily, he also brought these knee pads. Did you follow the whole knee pad story? Now, it seems to me he's making light of, he's basically saying that these guys are orally pleasuring Trump, the foreign leaders.
Yes.
And I feel like that is a homophobic slight against the millions of gay men who...
It is. You know, if any Republican brought knee pads and made a homophobic slur like that, we would never hear the end of it. But, you know, because he's with the Democrats, he thinks he can get away with that. But it's such a bad look, and it's so slimy, and he's doing it for clicks and views, and it's thoroughly embarrassing. He's just the worst. But let's continue, and then we'll wrap this up.
Why won't anybody speak for them, Emily?
He literally treated Davos, which, sure, as we've been saying, it's not as if it's austere. It's traditionally where everyone goes just to rub elbows and align, you know, sort of thoughts and narratives for the upcoming year. And really no solutions or decisions are ever really made there. But at the same time, it's a representation of the United States, and it's at a gathering globally. And he brought, you know, props, essentially. But I'll say this because I feel like it shows, too, what a joke he is, that he put breaking news on his Twitter when he was left out of that party. Breaking news that he was left out. You don't tell anyone that. That is the most embarrassing thing ever if you're not allowed into a party. And here he is, putting it online with, by the way, the millions of Californians that breaking news still don't have homes while he is gallivanting in Switzerland. And then he called Trump's speech remarkably insignificant. No, you, sir,
are remarkably insignificant. I watch this clip a lot. Breaking news, Gavin Newsom took in billions and billions of dollars to create a train, and they've not laid one track. Breaking news, no homes have been restored in the Palisades. Breaking news, there's $24 billion. I think it might have been $24 to $30 billion that was supposed to go to the homeless, and he misplaced it, he and his people. It's like breaking news. You're the worst governor in the history of the world, and yet you're still here. Why? How does this even happen?
are remarkably insignificant.
That's right. Okay, you guys. So what did we learn today? We learned that windmills are losers. We learned that China is smart, but we are on to them, okay? And we learned that Gavin Newsom is never invited to any party that is cool. And, Trump is a boss. Trump is a total boss. I forgot. That's the most important thing. Our president is a total boss. This has been Go See Gail, and I hope you come and see us again soon. I'll be bringing funny stuff to you and facts, and, my cat. She likes to hang out with me when I do videos. All right, come see us again. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like this content, because it's going to get more and more fun. And we're going to have the best time ever. Meow.